Welcome everyone to NBA 2K22 My League. We're going to do a couple simulations with this. We're going to start off with this one where is what would happen if you only drafted centers. So we're going to end up creating a draft here and see what would happen if you only drafted centers. We're going to do it for every single position. So we'll kind of see what ends up happening. Uh, we'll do a fantasy draft as well. We won't play any of the games. We'll just kind of see what ends up happening. Last time we ended up doing this, it kind of just did a. I don't know if it matters what team we did, but it didn't really record very well. So we're just gonna try it again, and then we'll kind of compare notes to see what ended up happening. Um, Last time we ended up doing it with the Boston Celtics, and it seemed to do well for the centers. So we're gonna do a randomizer again, and then see if it actually even matters whether or not you end up picking the right team. So we're going to be the Nets here as our team. And that's just going to be us. So we're not going to change anything. Um, yeah, we're not gonna change in the order. So wherever it ends up picking us is where we're going to end up being. So I remember before we were like 14th, so we'll see who this is. So Rudy Gobert, we'll pick him with our first one. Uh, Capella, Valanciunas. So we'll end up picking Valanciunas for here with our second pick here. So what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and find who's going to end up being our point guard, who's going to be whatever, who's going to be each position. So we're going to try and draft based on that to kind of make it a little bit more realistic because there's very few centers that can actually shoot three. So who do we have here? So Kevin Love, he can be a three-point shooter as well. He seems like he'd be pretty good. Yeah, 3-point scoring and rebounding. I do kind of want Adams as well. So hopefully Adams doesn't get taken. He probably will though. And this is only a 1-year thing, so oh, Steven Adams is there. So yeah, that's fantastic. So yeah, it's only gonna be a 1 season thing anyways. It's kind of hard to do more than 1 season with centers because most of them are under like 1-year contracts or 2-year contracts, not really like a long-term commitment that they end up doing, at least when they get older, because most of our team's just going to be probably a bit older, like 30, 30 plus, it looks like. I don't think we're going to be able to get any of the good rookies that there are, or any of like the young guns that are leading the league pretty much this year. So pretty much Dwight Powell, Podol. You know what? We're gonna go with Podol, former rap. Might as well. Hopefully the other guys left there. Yeah, it feels see as you can see most of them they're just drafting young players, so hopefully that ends up giving like the experienced um left. Yeah, Dwight Powell. Might as well get him. Inside scoring 3-pointer as well. He is 6'10". Let's see who else is there. NS Freedom. You know what? We're gonna go with him. 6'10". Maybe a bit more for what we want. Who knows? Since there's older players, yeah, Powell's there. Yeah, so we'll get another 30-year-old as well. Only a couple more picks anyways. I don't think most of these players are going to end up playing a whole lot anyways. So no Birch. Inside perimeter. We're going to go with Surge. Another former Raptor as well. Now, I know in the other save, it ended up working pretty well, so we won't end up doing anything. We won't end up changing how any of the like managers or coaches end up assigning anything. We're just gonna kind of look at it and be more so curious as to who they put where and who's more suited for what positions. So we're just gonna kind of leave it at that. I don't want to interfere too much with anything. 7 feet tall, yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, we want to try and make it as, I guess, fluky or as realistic as possible without us having to intervene in anything. Because then it just makes it like I could favor position or anything like that. So we're gonna try our best not to have any influence on anything that happens other than picking the players that we think that might be best suited for everything. Yeah, these are just gonna be bench players anyways. I don't think it matters the last two picks, but I'm gonna kind of go with who we kind of like a little bit more. Um, Not Gibson, or maybe anything with a bit more, maybe rebounding or something like that. Yeah, we'll go him. Or Biombo. It feels though, yeah, you know what? And we're not really paying attention to contracts. I don't think it really matters here. So if there's another pick, we'll pick the other guy as well, but I think that's it. So hopefully we end up drafting good. Oh, he ended up getting drafted with the last pick. So yeah, we're just gonna auto-generate rookies. It's not gonna really matter anyways. And we're just gonna looking where they end up placing them. We're not gonna accept any trades or anything like that either. Take a look at the salary actually. We are, yeah, there's no, we're way off here. So I think that might have been a plus for sure. I think Rudy Gobert is the only one that ends up, yeah, that ends up making that much for that long. Everyone else is under 1 or 2 year contract. Yeah. And then yeah, we just want to see where they place them, coach game plan, and kind of just see. So yeah, everything's centers. I mean, there is some secondary, but primarily all they can play is center. So Vucevic is our point guard, it looks like. Adams is our shooting guard. Valanciunas is our small forward. Kevin Love is power forward, which I mean he played it beforehand, so it's not too off. And then our first pick ends up getting the center as the best center. And it looks like they spaced out a bit. I wonder how the stamina is gonna gonna work for all these players. See Baca's not even playing anything. Freedom ends up getting the nudge instead of it, but so we'll just end up doing the simulator. See, try and sim the whole season. Oh, just try and simulate the whole season. There's going to be distractions as well, so disable trade offers. Yeah, we'll probably do that. And we'll just let yeah, we'll just let the coach just do whatever. We'll just kind of hop in 6-1 so far. That's a great that's a great start. 7-1. I don't know if how good chemistry is gonna end up doing with this as well. Looks like they're dropping a couple. So 10, 11, 5, 12. Wow. So it looks like this is a pretty stacked team. despite only having one position. Maybe teams will look at this and decide to do this in the future, depending how well it ends up panning out. Well, as we drop three in there, maybe it's not as good as what I thought. 22 and 13 still seems like a pretty good stat. This is annoying. If anyone knows how to get rid of that, please let me know. So 33 and 18. Do you wish to? No, let's not stop anything. No, we're not going to trade anything. Trade deadlines before the All-Star break? No, we're not going to negotiate any contracts. It's just a 1 year thing. 43 and 29. Hopefully there's no more distractions for the rest of it. Luka Doncic. That seems like obvious that he would get it. See if anyone ends up getting anything. Nope. And we didn't get anything here. So let's look at if any of the players end up making the NBA All Team. Nope. Third team. Nope. And defensive. Nope. Nothing. Rudy Gobert. At least all all defensive second team. So we'll end up looking at the stats and see if that ends up generating anything. Yeah, we didn't have any rookies, I don't think. So from the looks of it, where did we finish? We ended up finishing with the 4th seed. So it looks like we end up getting a bye. Let's look at the standings here. Let's look at the standings. So yeah, we finished 4th in the East. So 49 wins. I mean, and the other save is 58 that we end up getting. So there is a little bit of a difference here. I don't know if it mattered that we played in Boston before, but from the looks of it, doesn't look Boston ended up managing to squeeze through, but it doesn't look their record was too good. Now let's look at home. We did pretty well, 27-14. The road was 22 and 19, and conference it looks like we have a pretty healthy record with Detroit Pistons got at the top as well. Division seems like where they end up lacking. Let's see about points per game. Who ended up having the most? I mean, we finished like 5th with that, so it's kind of same thing with the standings. We were first in the Boston season, and then here for points against, we want the lowest. Yeah, we're around 4th there, so it seems pretty realistic that they're the 4th top team, only 6 games behind the top seed, so it's not too off. And then let's just look at the percentage. See, 54 wins from LA Lakers. So it looks like LA Lakers are just, yeah, they're just as good in this randomizer simulation than they are here. Um, yeah. So let's see how the seasons ends up turning out. We'll just try and sim all the way through. And then just simulate the play-in. So Miami Heat, let's see what ends up. We'll do round by round actually. Simulate round. So, and just like that, 4-2 victory. Let's see if they can beat Toronto. It looks like LA ends up making it. Memphis, the 4 seed, ends up making it. Clippers and Dallas end up making it. Seems pretty realistic to what would actually happen in the NBA, maybe minus the Knicks. Toronto seems like they'd be an 8 seed team this year too. So we'll just simulate round as well. and it's a sweep. Toronto had nothing on the centers. Um, and then we're facing Milwaukee, who won 4-0. And then it's number 1 and 2 seeds. So let's see who's making it to the finals there. Brooklyn in the finals. Oh dear. I know in the other one we got eliminated in the conference finals. So let's see if the team of Monstars can end up beating the Lakers. Well, I guess do we want to simulate the No, we'll just simulate the round. We won't simulate game by game. And congratulations, the Nets ended up winning. So we did worse in the regular season than we did with Boston, but it looks like the Nets are the champion of the NBA. Wow. So I don't know how easy it's going to be to top it, but Vucevic ends up getting the MVP, puts on a clinic, 35.7 minutes per game, 25.3, kills it. Absolutely kills it. Rebounds per game, assists per game. Those are pretty good numbers. Just MVP quality. Let's look at how well in the regular season. That's something that I might have missed just now. So let's just look at season stats. Let's look at. So, I mean, most points per game as well. He is 31, so it's pretty good. Let's see who. Adams got the most average in rebounds per game offense. And then defense, wow, 6. Re- just overall rebounds per game, Gobert gets 8.7, followed by Valanciunas and Vucevic. Let's see how well we end up pairing in this. Let's see if anyone's at the top. No, that's not where that stat is. Let's see if we can do the whole league here. If it even lets us. I don't think it will. Yeah, so we won't be able to see what everyone else ends up doing, but your NBA champion, Brooklyn Nets, won their very first championship. All they have to do is draft centers, and maybe they end up managing to win. Thank you everyone for watching, and we'll do a round for probably, let's go with point guards next. Then we'll do probably shooting guards, and then power forwards, and then we'll end up ending it with small forwards at the very end. Just trying to mix it up. We'll just end up comparing how well every team ends up doing, and then see what position would be the best to focus on in fantasy drafts. Thank you all for watching, and until next time.